Orlando, my friend, it has been a while now since we met each other in Thailand in January. Many things happened since then. So 100 days into the job, and today we're sitting here together having a casual talk about your last 100 days and maybe your next 100 days, depending on how that week goes. But yeah, beside the joke, it's good to see you here, brother. Very nice to have you on board, as I discussed many times. And let's dive into it. So 100 days now as the CEO of Driessen. How has it been so far?
Wow, it's been quite the journey. To be honest, I mean, I had always seen the industry from afar, but I had never sort of dove in to the details of such an intricate process and product, and having been able to see the amazing factory, of course, the wonderful team that we have, and the passion that drives this company to continue driving and leading the market in terms of catering has been an absolute journey. So I think I'm very excited that I made the decision of jumping ship and landing on this one and being able to lead the company, to the next stage in development, to hopefully see where the future of catering takes us.
Absolutely. I think you mentioned it, the facility in Thailand and so on. I think you have to do quite some traveling already during your first 100 days. So tell us a little bit of where you have been.
I've been in Thailand already twice.
Yeah.
Okay. I was blessed to be able to go to the factory twice, and not only just for a factory visit, but actually to showcase our facility to our customers.
Yeah.
We already had two wonderful visits in the factory. We were able to host American Airlines. We were able to host United. And it was great to see not only the perspective of our products from our side. It was great to see that the customers are also impressed, and they're impressed not only by the product itself, which has been in the market for quite a while, almost a century, leading the market, but they were impressed about the product, the process behind it.
Right.
How we're able to control the production process from end to end, where we have insourced completely over 95% of all of the parts, and pieces of the trolley and of all of our product lines, to be able to fully control our product, to fully guarantee that everything we do is on our side, and to take control also of the roadmap and not have to depend on multiple different stakeholders or partners to provide a solution to the market.
Right.
And I think that, together, of course, with the wonderful team and their ability to showcase, the great job that we do, was quite the experience.
Amazing. So what are some of the things that have surprised you the most, I would say, during your first 100 days, if there are any?
People would tend to think that a trolley is just a box. It's a box with wheels. But it's incredible the level of customization I think that we have. And not only customization, but going to see the market and being able to be closer to our customers, allows us to listen to different needs and different requirements, and being able to not only think about the box or not only to think about the product, I think is a great way to sort of set the foundation for future growth in the market. If we stop listening and we stop being close to our customers, there's a huge chance that we lose. We lose traction, we lose leadership, we lose positioning. So I think having seen how our customers feel, what the requirements are, having listened to their issues today, that go beyond the transaction of the trolley, but that go actually into understanding how our products fulfill requirements that go beyond the spec, how we are actually an intricate part of a large operation, that we are an intricate part of the reliability and the service that they provide. So understanding that portion and seeing how we can further develop, functionality or enable value through our product portfolio, I think is quite impressive.
Yeah, fantastic. Yeah, you touched upon customer centricity, and we will come back with a few questions on that later, as you also had published your article on customer centricity, and I think that's a huge focus point. But what else I think you would say was your most focused area for the first 100 days?
For the first 100 days was like I would do with any new assignment. I think it's first and foremost, we need to understand that despite the fact that we have a great product, it's the people that drive it. Sure. So I needed to get close to my team. I needed to get close to our understanding and our capabilities. And I think I've been able to meet, an amazing team, an amazing group of people that are driven to deliver, and understanding, what are the skill sets that we have, where do we have our people in the right places, or how can we continue developing and enhancing our team has been one of the focuses. Without the right people and the right teams, it becomes very hard to continue developing. And then additionally, it's been, where are we sitting and understanding, where are we sitting and standing in front of our customer base? Right. We have a substantial market share today in the market. But what does that mean? So why are we there? And then not only that, but then how do we see it moving forward? And how do we make sure that the people that are in our commercial organization can focus on doing what they do best, which is going out to the market and understanding, listening, and looking for further opportunities to develop not only the product and our sales, but to develop the relationships that we currently have, to strengthen the market, and also to look at how our product portfolio, as part of, maybe we'll discuss this later, but as part of the ecosystem that we are with CCE Group,
Right.
how can we cross-sell? How we understand the benefit of being part of a bigger organization that offers multiple different solutions to the same airline?
Yeah.
And so I think the main focus has been on, how do we align ourselves commercially? How do we make sure that our message and our positioning stays solid? And how do we make sure that we address the market today in the most efficient, the clearest, and the quickest way?
Yeah. I think you touched upon the CC Group and our ecosystem approach, which is the main driver of our vision moving forward, and my mission to build a ecosystem platform of niche market leaders in our industry. We have recently, just shortly before you arrived, completed our last transaction from Core Potential, which was Ice Pitch. Very successful transaction, in my opinion, and very meaningful add-on, I would say, to your product offering. And as we discussed in January at our leadership event, we formed internal divisions in order to have a centralized overlooking governance on different solutions we are building. As you are overseeing catering solutions in our, let's say, internal structure, how is the indication of Ice Pitch going so far? What were your interaction with Yarmouth? What's the feedback from the team, customers eventually? So how's it going?
I think it's been also a great journey for Yarmouth as well. And it's been great to be part, as you mentioned, of an ecosystem. And I think the main concept behind all of this is, how do we orchestrate value, and how do we use our portfolio to enable further value streams that wouldn't be attainable otherwise.
Right.
So our product is not only the product and the specs.
Right.
The specs only get you in the door for the discussion. But at the end of the day, what we're looking for is, what does our product really enable us to do, and enables us, our customers, to do? How do we focus on waste reduction? How do we focus on fuel reduction, carbon footprint reduction? How can we enable our customers to really take a leading edge in terms of being a more sustainable operation? How can we help them be more operationally efficient? And Yarmo and his product line are a fantastic addition to the portfolio, because they actually enable us to become leaders in the cooling solution.
Yes.
So how can we maintain the cool chain for longer? How can we reduce food waste, for example? And with his innovations and with his ability to create solutions, I think joining the ecosystem and understanding together where we can drive our product line, and of course the complementary aspect of both.
Yeah.
I think it's an amazing opportunity to really lead the market in terms of cooling solutions and becoming the cooler vendor in the market.
Absolutely.
So I think it's going to be quite the journey in terms of one, where we take the solution and embed it into the ecosystem of CCE, but also in educating our customers and educating operations that there's still other additional things that we can do.
Yeah.
And
Beyond the normal product.
beyond the normal product, and there's also additional things that we can create and innovate together to be able to continue strengthening those relationships.
Gotcha. So in terms of next steps, what would you say are your top priorities for the remaining part of the year?
I mean, the first one and the one I'm looking foremost with very anxious anxious for it to happen is actually the show.
Yeah.
You know, AIX, I'm really looking forward to be able to meet more of our customers.
Yeah.
You know, it's going to be a great opportunity to have the industry all together, you know, and in one place. So it'll be a great opportunity to have, you know, very fruitful discussions, to get to know what the market is what the outlook of the market is, and to get to know more people in the industry, you know, that are aligning towards where we want to take it. So looking for maybe potential additional partners that can add into the ecosystem. I think the focus is going to be using the show as a platform for really great discussions on what the rest of the year is going to be.
Okay.
Of course, continuing to meet our substantial, you know, market and customer base, which is going to be a great opportunity there. But I think the focus moving forward is on aligning on where we really want to go in the future, because it doesn't stop here.
No.
Our footprint is only a snapshot of what we have been and where our existing product has taken us today.
Right.
The future lies in continuing to be able to innovate, continue to develop with our product, and continuing to become and lead and have that leadership position through the quality and the reliability of our product. Honestly. So I think a substantial focus into our product roadmap and understanding what are the features that we want to continue developing. Digitalization and pushing digitalization through as one of the largest trends in the industry today will continue to be an important factor. And of course, continuing to strengthen the relationships. And because I think what airlines are looking for today are not just products. They're looking for partners. So I think if our focus is on developing partnerships where we can enable value through the portfolio that we have and we're offering, and also through the ecosystem approach that we're currently developing, I think that's probably the focus on the next months, and, you know, hopefully ending the year with great results.
Understood. So let's dive into a little bit of your article you have recently published about customer centricity. As your background is in the airline industry, on the airline side, obviously, and now you're on the service provider or product provider, how do you say, or how would you have said the your influence over the last 20 years being in the airline industry has shaped the way you want to lead Driessen today?
I think the main word to describe that is alignment.
Yeah.
And I think it's been a great opportunity to sit on this side, you know, because I have discovered that in certain cases, there is a certain misalignment between what the airline expects versus what let's say, the OEM thinks the airline wants.
Right.
And moving forward into value selling and moving forward into helping the customer develop their business cases and understand, you know, better understanding of the intricacies of investment decisions within the airlines, I think is going to be of a great help. And that will allow us down the line to have better discussions with our partners and potentially with our customers. It's going to align us to really align in terms of what the value is of what we're proposing. And I think that ability to understand and see where the values lie within each side and what each party is expecting, and trying to align them into a better discussion is going to be a great opportunity for the company.
Yeah, absolutely. And I would say now to coming to an end of our informal chat here, as Driessen has been market leader for so many years, it's always difficult to maintain a position or to even develop from such a position. So what are your plans on to secure our market leadership positioning in the future? I think we have touched upon the partnerships, the customer centricity. I think all of this goes together. We have plans together in order to do that.
It's a little bit of, we can't be complacent with the position that we have.
Yeah.
Correct. And we can't rest on the fact that we've been the leader for so many years. You know, I think our customers understand that you're only good as the footprint that you continue to grow.
Right.
So how do we aim to continue growing? I think is by listening to the market. I think is by understanding that we need to continue innovating. The same passion that we show for our product and our services has to continue on the innovation side. So we need to adopt to new trends, and we need to make sure that we're leading the market also in those additional services that are part of the product offering that we have. Digital is key. Visibility and having and accessing additional data or insights about your operation through the digital enablement of our own portfolio is key. Making sure that we have the right features and continue improving our product to meet the customer requirements is key. But I think it all boils down to, we need to continue being close to the market. We need to understand what they want so that we can make sure that our product roadmap is aligned with the requirements of the market. And we need to continue adopting additional potential services and expanding on the portfolio that is part of the ecosystem.
Gotcha.
The way that I see it in the industry, I don't only want to be seen as a vendor of trolleys and container boxes and additional products. I want to be seen as a solution provider. So thereby, I think the next stages in our development are going to move forward into how can we orchestrate potential additional services.
Yeah.
Just like maybe exploring MRO capabilities and service capabilities, maybe exploring, either through partnerships, trying to find a product offering that really represents the total requirement of the customers. So product, services, and digital, everything into a bundle that will allow us to solve multiple different things and issues that the customer has today with a single shop.
Understood. Well, very good and very inspiring to see that moving forward. So congratulations, first of all, on your completion of your first 100 days.
Thank you very much.
Off to the next 100, I would say. And thanks, Orlando, for your time. Appreciate it.
All right. Thank you very much. That's all. Thank you.